Joe Show's on 93.3 FLZ. And Ashley, if you would, fill us in. What happened to you when you were at the gas station?
So I was getting gas and, just doing my thing. I thought I put the gas pump away. I get in the car and I hear someone yell, "The pump!" And I'm like, look out my window. I'm like, talking to me? He was talking to me.
You still had the pump in your car?
Still had the pump attached to the car, bro.
Did you put it in drive?
Yes.
Did you move forward at all?
So I end up backing up a little bit. I put it in reverse a little bit, and then I put it back in drive to drive off.
So thank God you had to put it in reverse because that kind of showed the man or woman, whoever saw you.
Because they knew I was getting ready to pull off.
Yeah, thank God.
I know. Can I just say that it was a fear of mine even before this? Because remember when I was living in Michigan, I was going to live with these two girls. I don't even remember the second girl's name, but she ended up telling me how recently she just had to pay a gas station out because she actually drove off with the pump attached to her car.
Did you hear about the price of it?
No.
No, she didn't tell you how much you had to pay.
She had to pay it off.
Could you Google that just to see, like, I don't know, if you could find, like, a lawsuit or something?
You do have to pay, though, because I was just like...
Well, yeah, you would have to.
Well, it would be a mistake.
But it doesn't matter. It's still your fault. Listen,
I was terrified.
I'm all for getting out of payments of things, but I do believe that would have been your fault. You would be, financially responsible for ruining this gas tank.
And then
it's anywhere between $2,500 and $3,000.
See, too much money. I thought I was going to blow up. I just knew, something like this, I'm going to blow up. Don't ask why.
Would it?
I don't know. I
don't know. Like, now I'm, thinking, because the gas would get everywhere, right?
I know. I feel like it's 2022. We need to come up with a better, system of, putting the pump back. Because I know you're not supposed to get back in the car.
Come on.
I know you're not supposed to get back in the car. They say that's bad. But sometimes it's too hot outside. And sometimes, I don't want to even see the number because the gas is so high. So I want to sit in the car and not have to look at how much gas I'm putting in the car.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to get back in the car. You know that, right?
No, but sometimes I just,
do you get back in the car?
No, I do not. I make sure that I stay out there because you can get fined for that.
I was talking to Nick Wise. You hear him do the afternoon show on 93.3 FLZ. He said that he said this last week or 2 weeks ago that he hates how expensive gas prices are. He drives a truck like me.
Oh, yeah.
And it is. It's just for all of us, whether you drive a truck or a Prius. It's scary, okay?
Yeah.
I hate these gas prices, so he'll sit in his car, and then he gets back out to, look at the price because he doesn't want to see it keep climbing. Because he's like, I'll just stop it, and I'll drive away.
I will go as far as driving around to different pumps to make sure it has that little clamp in the middle just so I can sit back in the car.
I don't get in the car because of driving school. My guy told me, you could go to jail if you do that, which is a total lie.
That.
No,
yeah,
you can't go to jail.
What?
But you're technically not allowed to get back in your car.
One thing I hate, too, is the gas stations that don't have the clicky
I
thing
know.
on it, and then they make you sit out there. It's not that I have an issue with, being next to the pump, but I don't want to have to hold it the whole entire
That's
time.
why I
I'm filling
drive
up on
around.
gas.
So hear me out.
One.
I don't like it either, but I like it because it makes me feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, look at me.
I feel like a man.
I'm a gas man. That's right. Everyone, they call me the gas man, actually, when I do that.
Screw you, electric cars.
And believe it or not, we've got Rachel on. And Rachel, your mom drove away with the pump?
Yeah, she actually drove away from the gas pump with the pump still attached to her car.
When did she realize that?
She realized it before she left the parking lot, and I don't remember how much she had to pay the gas station or if it was insurance or what, but I remember she had to do something with the gas station because she did pull away with the pump and it detached from the pump and everything.
Now, when you say that your mom did have to do something with the gas station, was she taking the gas station owner out on dates after that? Was that what she had to do?
Yeah, I think so, no.
Yes. It was weird. For a full year, I had to call the gas station owner Daddy. I didn't understand why, but I was told to do so. Wow.
I wonder if my insurance could cover me driving off with a gas pump.
That's a question for your insurance, although I would not call them and ask them that because your insurance rates may raise after that. I don't know if that's the best question. Did it damage her car? Did she say that gas went all over the place?
I believe gas did go all over the place. I don't think it damaged her car, though.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you, Rachel, for sharing the story. And
I would get PTSD now from going to the gas station.
I would be like, hey, Mom, I'm going to go with you to pump your gas every single time now. Morgan's waking up with the Joe Show. Morgan, you drove away with the gas pump?
Well, it was my boyfriend who was actually arguing with somebody. He left it in my car, and then he's like, all right, let's go. So I took off, and yes, it broke off. It was stuck in my car, and here I am driving. We hear a giant cling. We look back, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. So we didn't have to pay for it, though, which was the good thing about it.
Well, that's good. But talk me through all of that, and I'm just curious because this is, to me, I think of this as a very unique situation. Now, we are getting a lot of people calling in and saying that they've done it before, too. But you drive away. Now, are you the type of person that if you bumped a car in a parking lot and no one saw it, would you drive away or would you leave a note?
I would leave a note. That's
you
the
would
right
leave
thing
a
to
note.
do, and I believe in karma.
All
yes,
right. So there was no thought process in your mind of like, I'm going to drive away with this thing and I'm not turning around. You get out of the car.
No, I didn't even know. Yeah.
Were the
one that was filling up the tank.
Were the workers mad?
No, they said this actually happens all the time.
Really? No way. And you didn't have to pay. Now, did they say like, hey, if you want to pay, or did they just say, don't worry about it, you guys can go home? Did you have to wait around? Did the gas get everywhere?
I guess they told my boyfriend, they said that it just happens all the time. No, gas didn't get everywhere. It looked like, when I looked at it, like it's the kind of hose that like screws off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we pulled out the whole pump.
So
that was...
Damn.
This was about a year ago.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We may just have to have Jed go to a gas station and test this out just to see what would happen. Because I need it. The more we get explanations of it, I want to see this. But all right, Morgan, thank you. Max, you witnessed this happen?
Yes, I witnessed this happening multiple times. I live down here in Sarasota, so people don't really pay attention down here. People fill up gas, and I see them just driving away with this pump. And luckily, like the newer pumps, if you look at the very top right corner, some spots at the left corner, you see this weird ball joint thing. Looks like two elbows coming together. That's actually the separation point as a safety measure exactly for that.
Max, do you work in the gas industry?
Like,
how do you know all this? Or do you live next to a gas
No,
station and just watch them?
No, I don't. I love to people watch, and I've just seen it happen more often than not. And I'm a paramedic, and I've seen people come in for this exact issue, just gas everywhere because they were pumping and they decided to drive away. And I actually used to work for an ambulance company here in Sarasota, and one of my former coworkers decided to, not re-rack the pump and drive away with it, and they drove all the way to the hospital to pick up a patient with the pump still attached to the ambulance.
And they noticed that it was still attached to the ambulance, or they didn't?
They didn't notice until they got to the hospital.
Wow.
Oh, my God. All right. Wow.
They got a phone call from the supervisor. It's like, hey, you brought something to the hospital that's supposed to stay at the gas station.
Right?
Like, no, it was gas is so expensive now. They're letting us take things home now. I've decided that.